guys, what's up guys, how you doing? Most welcome to the Ugaman family YouTube channel. We are very excited to see you guys here, and I want to introduce myself. My name is Ugaman.
And I'm Queen Bunny.
Yes, and we have somebody who is taking some bit of sleep, who is not here with us today in this video, but he is Real Shaka. So what we're going to talk about today is something very interesting. We've been through an experience for the last 1 year. Of course, we have a baby, Real Shaka, and I just want to have a conversation with my wife on her experience, her pregnancy experience. So for the first time, I'm really gonna listen to this just as you guys listen to it. I know she's a little bit shy, but yeah, we've got to talk about it. So, Queen Bunny, most welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hi to all our viewers. Oh, please, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to this lovely channel. We give you all the juice. We're going to give you all the good family vibes. We love you guys so much.
Yeah, so Queen Bunny, you just do me one thing. The microphone is slightly far away from us, so just project so we can be able to give our audience a very wonderful conversation. So, Queen Bunny, pregnancy.
Pregnancy.
How does it feel? The first, like, by the way, I think for this conversation to really make sense, let's look at the three, you call them what?
Trimesters?
The trimesters, yes. So we're gonna break it down. We're gonna look at the first one. So the experience you're gonna give us is maybe, for example, the first part can be between first month and the third one, and then third to sixth, and then the last,
The last three.
yes,
The last trimester.
exactly. So how were the first three? So basically, tell us, how is the feeling? How, the body is changing, I know. How does it feel?
Well, the first trimester, for all those who have had a baby in their belly, trust me, they will tell you the first trimester is like the worst, because literally the body is adjusting to this new thing, this foreign thing that is supposed to grow in you. I mean, it's literally a new human being growing inside of you. So there are going to be very many body changes. I had had a bit of a very rough first trimester. Okay, it wasn't as rough as some people's, but yes, mine was really rough. I had terrible loss of appetite. I literally failed to eat. You know how this works.
Yeah, definitely. I know.
literally failed to eat.
I
I could spend
actually.
an entire 24 hours and I have failed to get anything in my tummy. Anything I tried to put in the mouth, just like.
I actually remember how tough it was. Like sometimes you would end up asking for things, I want to eat this, and then very shortly thereafter, you don't want to eat it anymore.
At some point, Ugaman was like, you know what? I think I'm going to give you whatever you need to go and buy yourself what you want to eat, because I'm buying food every time and you're not eating it. I mean, he would literally bring things, like I ask for this and he brings it. Oh, you are so sweet, honey. I asked for this.
Thank you. Guys, give me a thumbs up for that.
Yeah, he was
yeah.
really. By the way, I before I even continue, Ugaman, I must say I am very happy, very blessed. You are very supportive from the beginning up to now.
That went deep down the heart, man.
By the way, I'm throwing
Really
this
loved
out.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm throwing this out for all those guys that really take care of their baby mamas, your wives, your babies. It's a responsibility that not very many people take care of. And Father's Day is done, but I want to say again, happy Father's Day to all you guys. Thank you for being great. Oh, you come on, I love you. Anyways, what were we talking about? The eating.
Yeah,
I really failed to eat. But if there's one thing that I really tried to eat was, I think, roasted chicken. Every time I found roasted chicken, I would really eat that one. But anything else, literally anything else, including water, would not enter my belly. It was. I had morning sickness, but it wasn't really so bad. It was actually the thing they call morning sickness is more like all day sickness because you feel sick.
So basically, it's not
entire
only
day.
morning.
It's not just the morning.
You go throughout the day.
You'll feel headache. You'll feel all the fatigue. You'll feel your body paining, not just when you wake up. You'll feel that in the afternoon. You'll feel that in the evening. You'll feel that by the time you go to bed. It's just an entire roller coaster. But you see, apart from the physical, the things that you feel, there is the emotional part of it. Because when when I was pregnant with Shaka, it this is my first child. So I had all these things running in my head. I mean, this is a new world for me. There's a baby on the way. I was excited. I was in shock. It was a roller coaster of emotions. So that partly also contributed to how my first trimester was jumbled up. At some point I was hugged. At some point I was like as low as ever. Because like I would get worried also with myself. I fail to eat. How is my baby going to survive if I'm not eating? You know, but I mean,
wow.
things went on.
So I can imagine. Of course, we said we're gonna talk about, this entire period. I can imagine the first 3 months. Could we say they are the toughest in the entire period?
We could say that they're tough, but the last trimester is equally tough. The first trimester, your body is just trying to adjust to all this. It's a new thing, but all the second trimester is you've usually stabilized by then, so you don't have a lot of this morning sickness and whatnot. But in the last trimester, most women get very tired. I remember in my last trimester, I had to get off work when I was almost ending my 8th month. I had to get off work.
You're generally feeling weak?
I was feeling very weak. The belly was, I think, too heavy for me. I kept on feeling uneasy. I would go to see a doctor, as you remember. And at some point, the doctor just told me, okay, lady, you need to have some bed rest. I mean, I wanted to do things as if I was not pregnant. I wanted to be at work and have all this energy and do everything. But at the end of the day, the baby comes first. So when the doctor said take a rest,
we skipped. You didn't tell us the middle bit, but I drove you first to the last trimester. So the first 3 months are done. How is your day routine? How do you wake up, and do you have this energy? Tell us that experience after the first 3 months.
That is now the second trimester.
Yeah.
In the second trimester, I mean, the routine almost goes back to normal because you've had 3 months of catching up. You now know what your body is able to eat, what your body is going to refuse, because very many ladies have a yearning for certain foods. So within the first trimester, you'll understand that my baby is okay with me eating this. If I eat this, I feel fine. If I eat this, I will vomit. So you've literally known what your body will want. So that's why I say that when you reach the second trimester, you have stabilized.
So you kind of have the first experience from the first trimester, training you and getting used to these new changes and stuff. Now, Queen Bunny, I also know that I can hear somebody actually somewhere also. Yeah, I think they want to join the video. So I also know that this bit of your body changing shape. At what point does it start?
The body changing shape for me.
For example, the belly now starting to, change shape and stuff like that. At what point does it start? Or at what point did it start for you?
People have different body types. For me, my belly started changing when I was about 4 months. That's when there were some people. I think the way my body is structured, it's not very easy for someone to know when I am I think I'm pregnant, because this was the first time anyway. So it was a bit hard for many people, but for those who have the experience in these things, would tell that, okay, um, she now looks like this, her skin has changed, it looks this way, she's having a little rougher days, those kind of things. I mean, they see you walking and they're like, oh, she didn't seem like she has a little energy. But so when it came to my belly in particular, it didn't really show until I was about 4 5 months.
Okay.
And that was when it was just starting to pop up. And you know, throughout my pregnancy, my belly was not so big. I felt it heavy, yes, but it wasn't so big. So around the fourth and fifth month is when it really started to pop out, that people could notice. But it,
Do you psychologically have, like, once the body starts changing, do you psychologically have a thing like, okay, now when I move, everybody can notice that I'm pregnant? Does it come to your mind to be like, oh, okay, my belly is now do you get that psychological thing of, maybe say you want to move and now you know that my belly, okay, everybody's gonna look at me? Do you have that feeling?
part of being pregnant comes with the hormones jumbling up in your body. So that also sweeps off your emotions. You're going to be moody. You're going to not want to talk to some people. Like, you don't want to hear from so and so. Or maybe sometimes there are particular people that you want to talk to. I remember through my 9 months, I really, really wanted to be next to you all the time. It always made me feel so easy. So the time when my belly came out, it was a bit hard for me because I knew that people are going to be seeing me, and then everyone's going to be asking me questions. Oh my God, are we expecting someone on the way? And I really I had time emotionally talking to people. Like, I felt like it was just the hormones, not my character. It was just the hormones working on me. I'm a very social person. For those who know me, I talk to people. I don't have a problem with it. But when I was pregnant, I felt like I don't want someone talking to me. Don't ask me about my belly. Don't ask me about anything. Like, don't even ask me how I slept, because it was just, my moods were out there. So when my belly came out, I used to try to cover it sometimes so that I don't have people coming to me asking me all these questions that I really knew I didn't want to answer. But I mean, that's
Wow.
life. That's life, because people are going to get concerned, people want to know about you and all that.
Yeah, because you know why actually I think this conversation is not just important for me, but for everyone out there. When somebody is pregnant around you, you get to that point where you actually get to go through the same processes, because their eating changes, their moods change.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want particular things, and sometimes you want other things. So you've got to adjust and really keep understanding. And I must, by the way, admit that it's an experience that teaches you a way of how you need to adapt to the
Yeah.
new changes. And also, especially, I think it's very key when you keep sharing that conversation of what someone is going through,
Yeah.
because I can imagine if somebody is lonely, it can be a very tough experience.
It's very tough because every mother needs that support. That support is very, very necessary. Otherwise, you'd go into depression. You have all these mixed emotions and you don't know how to deal with them because you have not chosen to be that way. You haven't. It's just your body that is making you do all these things. So if you're going to have people near you, they have to be people that are patient with you, because 1 minute you're going to be happy, the next minute you're going to want to scream at this person. So you're going to need them to be very patient with you. You need a support system. There are going to be times when something happens and maybe you're worried. I had times when I couldn't feel my baby kicking, and then I'm like, okay, what's happening? So when you don't have someone near you, or maybe that has that experience and can be able to tell you, okay, maybe the baby's just sleeping, like you don't need to worry about this, it can be really, really, really hard. Really hard. Every
Wow.
pregnant mother needs someone that they can talk to.
Yeah, I know definitely there is a bit of the hospital and all that kind of related stuff, but in the first place, which trimester is somebody supposed to really go like for a first checkup?
For every person who finds out that they are pregnant,
Yeah.
you need to, as soon as possible, let me even say immediately, go and make an appointment with a doctor, because you're going to check out very many things. First of all, they'll have to confirm that you're actually pregnant. That's like the first step, because no one is going to do all these other things without knowing that you're actually pregnant. They'll have to do a scan on you, but with carrying a baby comes very many complications. So there are things that can really make pregnancy difficult. Those are the things that the doctors will want to check out to make sure that they can guide you well through your pregnancy. They will check for HIV/AIDS. They're going to check for hepatitis, things like pressure. There are very many things that they will check out for. But all these things are to help you to be able to go through your pregnancy successfully. Because there are ladies who may not know some of the issues that they're having in their body that could affect their pregnancies. We have seen people losing babies in early months and stuff, but some of them maybe had complications they did not know about. So as soon as you suspect or you find out, you do this home test and you know that you're pregnant, you need to go as fast as you can to the hospital, have an appointment with a doctor.
Yeah, fantastic. Queen Bunny, as we wind up, we because these are gonna be series, so we're gonna have a lot of experiences. We're gonna have real Shaka here very soon to also talk to us. I hope you'll be able to say hello to our viewers. We're gonna talk about the last 3 months towards giving birth in the next segment of this show. But just before we wind up, what are the lessons you have learned in this period? Like you as an individual, because you see, the reason I actually also want to know these things is sometimes I would see you deal with certain situations and sometimes all these emotions and stuff, and it is you that is going through them. So for us who are around you, definitely we do what we can to support you, but then we actually can't explain exactly what you're going through. But what are the major key lessons that this experience has taught you, especially you as a lady, of course, that is now a mom? What key things has this experience taught you?
First of all, I'm going to say it's such a blessing to be able to bring a new life into this world. It's something that is very beautiful. It has very many emotions though, but it's I think the most beautiful thing I have experienced. And when you're pregnant, there are very many things, very many things that come in play. It's very important for you to be wise about the person that you're having this baby with, because when you are having this baby, it's not going to be about just you. As I said, you're going to have emotional issues. There is a financial bit that comes with it, the psychological, the physical. So you need people around you that have had the same experience. While I was pregnant, I had to make friends with people that had been pregnant before, people that are mothers, because they would help me understand certain situations. I mean, obviously, some things were very new to me, so something would happen, and then I get worried about it. Then I'm like, okay, I have this person I can ask, So it's very good to make yourself very knowledgeable. Have people that know these things. And also when you're pregnant, it's very important that you have your doctor's number on speed dial, because anything can happen, and it's going to be an emergency. You need someone that is going to be there real quick to help you out. Then you also need to be patient, but I can't say a pregnant mother is going to be patient with herself, because you don't really know what's going to happen the next minute. It's just you going all around with all these emotions. But generally, I can say it's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. It's a gift from God. That's all.
Wow, fantastic. So, this is a very wonderful conversation, guys. Like, we all sharing these experiences because really, as a man, I also want to learn. Basically, there is a lot that I have learned also throughout this experience, but it's a learning process. You know, some things you discover them when it's late, others you discover them when you know, as a person that is around these people that are going through this process. So this conversation means a lot to me, and I know quite a number of people who even sometimes get scared. The reason we really think this conversation is important is many people fear to talk about these experiences, and yet there are other people that can learn from those that have gone through
Yeah.
it before. So when you're in that period, it's not something to hide, it's not something to be shy about. She's spoken about the emotions, she's spoken about, you know, loss of appetite and stuff like that. And for me, I think it comes back to, you know, the teamwork that you have, because I will
Exactly.
really tell you, teamwork is very key in this thing. It is very, very key. So thank you guys so much for watching us, and we definitely hope that you have enjoyed this conversation. We're gonna have another conversation right on this channel, so make sure that you subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and also share this with your other friends on your social media platform. So for now, we are gonna say bye bye to you. Real Shaka is resting somewhere, but hey, he's been around because he left his shoes here. And me, Ugaman, and Queen Banip, we saying cheers and may God bless you all. Bye.